how this is really my segment is because a handful of us watched the Tomorrow War, and you cannot say that at least part of that movie is about father and son outings and rekindling that. You're out of your fucking mind.
It's not. It's about father and daughter.
Yeah,
Yes, father and daughter.
No,
0%
no.
father-son.
Dude, what are you talking about? J.K. Simmons in the very end of the movie?
No,
Okay.
I was completely blinded by his muscles.
Oh, dude.
Well,
Jake
not my
ripped.
fault.
I feel like he's getting prepared for something big.
I'm seeing like Avatar.
Well, what was this?
Yeah.
It could have been around when he did the
Whiplash?
Justice League.
Oh,
When he got ripped for that. It could have been right after that.
I don't remember him in
Oh,
Justice
you're
League.
right.
Hey, you know what I think about
No,
That
because they
movie?
just filmed. They filmed Tomorrow War like last year.
It stinks.
Really?
It
Yeah.
stinks.
Wait, Tomorrow War?
The Tomorrow War.
Don't use that clip for it. That's really rude.
that was a good clip.
That's really
Dude,
rude.
a lot of
I think he was
people
talking about
in the
Justice
biz worked really hard on that film.
Yeah.
Except for Chris Pratt.
What?
No, he worked really
I
hard.
thought he did fine, and he executive produced it.
What do you mean? He had to be Star-Lord throughout the movie.
He's just Chris Pratt.
So okay,
Star-Lord is
all
Chris
right.
Pratt.
Let's
Let's
get
see
into
how
this.
he was Star-Lord at all.
I really want to I'm curious about this because I did feel like is Chris Pratt kind of one-dimensional?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's a fantastic actor by any means.
Okay,
But
so
he does what he does very well, so I like him.
it's true. Yeah. So then Ryan's correct that he basically saw Star-Lord in that film.
No, he's
No,
wrong,
he-
100%.
But
He's good enough to, do two action roles that are similar because they're both action roles. Like,
yeah,
but
he wasn't.
Star-Lord's not a dad. Star-Lord's very narcissistic, and this role was much more heartfelt. And Star-Lord is like he's a narcissistic character.
Mhm.
Everything is awesome.
That was Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is
yes, he was not narcissistic, but like some of the same like weird funniness popped into this film from him.
That's the director saying, "Hey, do what you do in that one movie because we need some laughs here."
That's
That's not his fault.
Wait,
Okay,
was Chris Pratt in the Lego movie?
I don't fucking know.
Yes,
He
Yeah.
was.
You know what? While we're calling him one-dimensional, though, which I will stand by, I still do not recognize his characters from Park and Rec. I cannot believe that guy is Star-Lord and the guy from Jurassic World. It blows my mind.
that is the biggest difference. He has his action star
Because he lost weight?
and he yes, and
And
he
that
has,
probably is it.
and he has his Pudge Boy part. No, but there's a straight up. He played the straight up doofus, and he's gotten away from the straight up doofus to be the action hero.
So, watch the Lego movie.
This was a serious
And then
role
watch-
for him for the most part. He
Yeah.
did a good job.
More serious, yeah.
This is the sequel to the Lego movie with Chris Pratt.
Stop
He's the same
stop
character.
saying stupid stuff.
He was great and Wanted.
He got shot in the face.
No, he took a keyboard to
Yeah,
the face.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
What about the Magnificent Seven? That's a really hard word to say.
Yes, it is.
Dude, that remake was.
I never finished it, but
Really?
Not
Yeah.
good.
You know,
Oh yeah. We all waited for you.
I just, I mean, now I see Chris Pratt, and he's the same character in every movie. That's it. I can't unsee it. It's unseeable.
This was
You're
the
blind.
this was the film that I felt like that's what happened because he's been playing like Star-Lord for so
And
long.
he has to be kind of funny and like witty every once in a while, but like super
Yeah.
serious because he's in the military.
Is this the first film he's like?
That's crazy. I really don't see that at all in this
Oh, man.
movie.
See, but I didn't feel that way about Jurassic World
Because
though.
there's another comedic relief in the Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris plays that at all. I
But
think
no-
he totally plays the nervous ex-military guy, doesn't want to go to war. He's totally
Just like the Lego movie.
shut up. I don't even know what you're talking about, the Lego movie. Is he in the Lego movie?
Yes, he is. He's the voice of Emmett. But I don't remember him not wanting to go to war. I don't remember war.
He
at
didn't want to
all.
find the crackle.
That's true. No, he was scared. That's different. He's not really scared. He just didn't want to leave his family. That's different.
Yeah, like
Put your hands down, Ryan.
It's the same concept.
Can you remind me where the comedic relief from him in this movie is? Because I'm really not.
No, see, okay. I will say the comedic relief that one guy, he's from Werewolves Within, which I really want
Yeah,
to see.
he's fantastic.
He's
Is that
the
out?
comic. Yeah.
No.
Well,
Is it
no.
out?
Yeah, limited theaters. I
Oh,
saw
nice.
it at some of them. You can look at it.
Nice.
It's not AMC though, which is crazy. Yeah, like I said, I really want to see it. But he was kind of the comic relief at points, but he just disappears, which is part of my issues. Like some of these characters throughout this film, just vanish, and then they were like, you know what? And I read an article about it. Chris McKay, the director, he's like, no, and then I wanted to bring all those characters back because they're so good. Because he said most of them were supposed to die. So
yeah.
He's like, no, I like them so much. I want to bring them back. And that's why there's such a different tone in the second half of the movie, which
I kind of like it because it almost feels like two storylines to me, which for this movie, I think work because they want you to believe that the movie ends at a certain point.
It doesn't.
Well, so
which is cool.
It goes on like 3 more times.
Because it's a very fast-paced movie, which...
Yeah, and to back-explain...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
To back-explain, the movie's about, if everyone remembers the trailer, like, people from the future from 2051 come back to the past in 2023, and they need our help because there's not enough people in the future to fight off these creatures called the white, I was going to call them the white stripes, but the white spikes.
The white stripes.
Yes. I like the white stripes.
I know.
Only a 7-nation army can hold them back.
Good one. And so they bring people from the past into the future, which the first time seeing this trailer, I was like, no, this is going to be the dumbest shit. They're going to fuck up this time travel. But they actually...
Oh, don't you fucking say it.
No. I felt like they did a decent job with the time travel.
Because they didn't overdo it.
Yes, but they also didn't expand. They expanded on certain aspects, which the paradox part, like they did a thing that was really smart in my opinion was like the part like, all right, you have to die. So they know they can do like this machine thing where they scan your arm, which I don't know why you have to take off your shirt to scan your arm.
It's Chris Pratt. And did you see his abs?
Yeah, they were kind of they were.
I thought he got a little
pudgy.
pudgy.
Father figure right now.
I got a little pudgy, man. The pandemic wasn't kind to him. Anywho,
you're both ridiculous. He looked glorious.
Like he's still.
God.
It was
maybe a Norse god.
All I want a 12-pack,
like a Star Lord.
Yes,
or maybe like an Emmett.
Star Lord's fat. Have you seen his shirt off in that movie?
Maybe he's hanging out with Thor, a Norse god.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with Thor.
So he takes off his shirt. He puts his arm in this thing. They figure out when he's actually going to die. And it's so they won't send anyone into the future where you have the possibility of running into yourself because the paradox.
Right.
We don't want that to happen. That could be bad. Same thing. They only send back people that were only born after a certain year so that they would not interact with themselves, their younger versions. That was something that was like pretty unique and it was so quick to explain.
They're so subtle about it. I hate it when movies over-explain, and all they explained it once. They didn't even explain it. They just mentioned it. They worked it in the dialogue.
But that was part of the comedic part, though, between both him and the werewolves within. They say it at the exact same time. Like, again, they were almost like walking on each other on some of these things, but it was cute. I'm going to use that word. It was cute.
You do you.
Because they developed this friendship that worked. I really liked it, and I wish that guy was more involved, which I should really know the name of this guy.
Good call.
It's like if you had a computer in front of you.
This is not for you. This is just for looking.
Or if you had a phone that you tapped on.
No, I tapped on it.
Excellent! God damn it, it's not working.
It's like James Robinson or something like that.
No, that's Craig Robinson.
Pop quiz, asshole.
Maybe.
You have a hair
Pay
trigger
attention
into
to
your
the
head.
review. Jeez.
I'm trying to find time travels.
Sam Richardson.
I see. It was close.
Yeah, James Robinson.
Absolutely. They're damn near the same name, same letters and everything.
That's a running back for the Jaguars last year. Probably not this year.
Jesus. This is not a sports podcast.
I know. Sorry, I get confused.
Yeah, it's okay.
They all blend together for me.
Really?
Just sports, like football and movies, are like my favorite things.
They showed up on a football field. So
they're sports movies.
They showed up on a football field.
Isn't
There's more. Oh yeah, straight up football field, soccer field. But you think in 2023 there's soccer's gonna be a lot huger in North America, or just in the U.S. of A?
It's getting there.
I mean, a lot of people watch it.
More immigrants coming to America.
I don't. I
as
just felt,
always.
Are you saying that because they interrupted a soccer game in the movie?
yeah, I just thought that was odd. But for globally, I was like, that makes sense. But for like just for the U.S., like that doesn't make sense to me.
A lot of people watch soccer.
What happened?
Whatever.
What happened in the soccer game?
That was the future people game. Jeez. I also thought, were they able to control where they were actually going to?
They were
Yeah, with
supposed
the
to.
time machine.
Yeah, but I like that they. Stop it, Ryan. Jeez, Evan, take this away from him.
You gave me the power.
Too much.
It's like Highlander.
Take his power. It's not hard. You just got to close
Yeah,
it.
you just gotta unplug that.
yeah, I'll just plug it back in. I know.
I'm just plugging my phone.
I felt, and I liked how they did explain that too, really quickly. It's like, hey, they did like the pandemic thing. Like, no, it was rushed because there's an emergency, so it's
No,
not fine.
Did you catch it at the last minute? She was like, "Wait, the coordinates like real quick because
when they went
were
off?
setting them,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but they
they fucked up.
But they also explain though this is like experimental technology that they're pretty much using. They haven't fine tuned it, just like the pandemic and the vaccine, which I thought, like, well, that's weird. But it was made for emergency use, and so they're using it as best they can. And yes, there's glitches in the system.
I don't think it was so much that as like resources were limited because they built
All
this
of it.
technology like in the middle of this war. It was like
Well,
this thing's barely like
yeah, you told me
We're
earlier you're gonna
doing the
watch
best
it
we
again.
can.
You'll hear that little clip. It's quick, but
Yeah.
they say it, and I thought it stuck out to me because I was like, this reminds me of something that's happened in the real life.
right.
So they got a time jump, but the reasoning behind it is I thought was it's simple, like Aaron said. Like they explain it very well. It's like on the same river, this timeline, it goes all in a single flow, and they have two rafts. And basically they're constantly moving, and so they can jump between those 2 points, but it's always moving. So they're drafting these people that are gonna die, so there's no paradoxes. They get sent, they're on one raft, they get sent to the future, and they're only there for 7 days, and they get sent back 7 days in the future in the present time.
So did this movie actually like make you appreciate time travel?
No, but more so.
I love time travel.
I love it because it pisses Peter off, and
It's
I think
fucking-
I just
Science fiction at its best.
I think the fact that Peter can't really put his finger on the fact why the Batpod is an actual real vehicle.
It has
No.
nothing to do with time travel.
It's my time travel
That's-
device.
That's
He-
physics.
he wants that vehicle to be a time travel.
Peter hates that because
I hate
it
that.
defies physics,
Yeah.
not because
It's dumb.
You want to know what powers a Batpod?
gas.
It's a flux capacitor.
Nope.
Or Mr. Fusion.
Nope.
I'm out of ideas.
Fucking time scepter from Ninja Turtles.
Someone's just spinning it.
That's why it defies physics, goes up the wall, and travels through time.
You know,
Makes
those
sense.
universes do interconnect. It, you know, it fits.
Yeah. But I didn't like how they could just. There's little issues I didn't like about it with the time travel aspect that, like,
I know.
You
there always
have-
are.
yeah, you have to be in this single line. You gotta be by the machine to be sent off, but then on the return, you can be wherever the fuck you want, and you just get sent back. Like, where's the reasoning
Well, hold
behind
on.
that?
I don't think they ever say that.
They did. They said
When?
exactly like that, verbatim.
I
Verbatim.
very seriously doubt it. No. I think what you're nitpicking is, for the first time, you're sending all these people off. You want them gathered together in platoons because you're sending them all to the same place. Whereas when they come back, it's like, shit, if you're alive, we got to bring you back. Here's this thing on your arm. See, little stuff like that doesn't bother me because it's like, all right, I accept whatever you tell me. But they
Fine.
never really tell
I
you
hate
that
when
they,
you make sense.
they really never tell you that they can't do that. It's
That's
just
true,
how
they
they
didn't.
do it.
That
Which
is-
makes sense is if you're training people, okay, let's get them all together and send them off together.
Okay. If we're just going to talk about the training part, I also had an issue. Did anyone feel like we all watched this film together, or not together, but separately,
Kind of.
but
I was thinking of you
together,
guys.
yes, together
I
in
was
my
thinking,
heart.
man, Peter's gonna hate this film.
I didn't like it. I mean, I like it for the most part. Just I'm nitpicking right now.
His wife was goofy looking.
What? Dude, that's the chick from The Hunt, and also
Yeah.
Glow,
Glow.
bro. She is sexy.
She's a badass.
She's a badass. That's
Yeah.
right.
And what
You're
was it?
funny
Oh,
looking.
so
I know.
did anyone feel like all these people they drafted were pretty much just meant to just die. They all,
100%.
they all die like
Yeah.
instantly.
Starship Troopers. Stormtroopers.
Yeah, it had a very Starship. Okay,
What I like about that though is like the desperation and even like they hold that through because like that first, I guess you would say 3/4 of the movie, no spoilers, like they hold with that desperation. It's like, look, if we're gonna win, maybe this will do it.
I like
Yeah.
how the chick
Even
from
though
Mad
it
TV
really
was
is
like a
like
soldier.
we're sending you guys to your death. What did they say? Like 3% of people survive their 7-day
Dude, when they
tour?
travel, they came
That's
out of the fucking
retarded.
sky and like fell on the ground.
that was
and-
the glitch.
Yeah, that was the glitch.
No. That
Wait,
was
the coordinates. Oh,
that was such
Yeah.
a cool scene though. Like people just dropping from the sky. Just
Yeah.
I
I
just
love
want
the subtle stuff they do in movies, and when they had someone land on Chris, that was so cool to me. I was like, you could do the typical dramatic thing, but then to have someone like hit him, I was like, oh no, he's gonna die.
Yeah, they did a good job. I agree. Like a lot of the action scenes, I really enjoyed. Like it's why I liked it. And I also liked the fact that it's like kind of like two films and wrapped in one. And I liked how you go in the future, but at the same time, like they made it connect back to the present, which in such a unique and way that I thought to me it worked perfectly. Like I thought when they got to the end of that first part where they get through to like when Chris Pratt travels back to time or present time, I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do now?
Yeah.
And they figured it out, but it was almost a whole nother film. We're like, all right, here's the setup again, here's the build up, here's the climax, and then boom, we're done.
and then round 2.
Can
Yeah.
I explain what paradox I'm really thankful they avoided? Which I was waiting for, because that first half of the movie, I was waiting for them to solve it in the future,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then they have like, okay, but they're still going to run into this in the past. So are both timelines like
That's-
most time travel movies where okay, so is this going to happen forever where they're just rolling over each
Yeah.
other?
Very good point.
Yeah.
And they did not do that.
I
was so grateful.
I
They-
agree.
They actually like throughout the movie, they explained how they figured shit out properly.
Well,
yes, they did.
As proper as
figured
you
that shit
can
out.
with
Right.
fiction
Without-
time travel.
Without like just dropping the movie and be like, this is how we figured it out. Like they actually kind of explained. Did you watch this movie?
Yes.
What are your thoughts, Ev? I'm
do you
sorry.
want to talk
No,
about
you guys
it?
are doing enough talking. I just don't want to sit here.
Do you
Just
want to talk
enjoy.
about it? I'll let you talk.
Did you
about
like
Oh,
it?
yeah. Oh, I actually enjoyed this because this was just a fun adventure film.
Yeah. But also, I mean, it was special. I mean, like I liked it was unique, and the guy that directed Chris McKay, man, he did Lego Batman. Is Chris Pratt in Lego? The Lego movie?
Yes.
Not the Batman one though, right?
as Emmett.
Wait, so,
Was Emmett show up in the Batman movie? Batman Lego movie?
No.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
Oh,
so.
so he was in the original. The
The Lego,
Everything's
the
awesome.
first one, and then the Batman one, which this is the guy that did that. But he also, the director, worked on the Lego movie as something, not the director though. But now this director, man. Just speaking of him, like this is, I would say probably his first big budget film. Like he's done like one other one. He's done like Robot Chicken and stuff. But I thought he did a good job, and I liked the overall tone, and I felt like he hasn't quite figured out his own because I felt a lot of different things coming from different directors. Like that last scene, dude, or before he travels back to the present, was like, this feels like Michael Bay or Zack Snyder, like the slow motionness of
definitely
it.
felt like- I'm pretty sure that's like scene for scene a Zack Snyder.
It felt, or like, what was that? It was also like in World War Z, wasn't that kind of like in there too?
Something similar.
Yeah, I just felt like he took a lot from that, so he hasn't quite found his own. But dude, this guy's already signed up for the Nightwing movie and Johnny Quest, live action
Fuck
Johnny
yeah,
Quest
dude.
movie.
Wow.
Which
Dude,
I,
that's big, man. Which
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious why that took so long because I know Lego movie was huge, but maybe crossing over to live action is a little bit harder. But if
Maybe.
he's getting that kind of attention,
yeah,
he's good.
yeah. I mean, I just think it felt like I felt like everyone was having fun in this film.
This was on Netflix, right?
No, Amazon Prime.
Amazon.
Yeah. So I don't know. I applaud him. I'm looking forward to his next movies. I want to see him develop as a director. So from seeing this movie,
I want to see a horror movie from him.
Me too.
I want to see a horror movie from everyone.
Yeah.
If we go back to the question of the day, every director has got to do a horror movie.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
I like that.
Maybe the question should be, who do you not want to see make a horror film?
Wes Anderson. I'm sorry, Evan.
Yeah. that was right.
Was that right?
That was
Sorry.
all right.
I just,
It would have been
It could
beautiful.
be so
and
boring.
Fantastic.
It
Yeah.
would be beautiful, but
It would have been slow and dramatic in a hotel, and Jason Schwartzman and Bill
and really
Murray.
goofy.
Yeah. So
Actually, isn't it that one? Oh God, The Dead Don't Die. There's a
What about
zombie
it?
film.
Oh yeah, Bill Murray's in that.
Yeah, but isn't that Wes Anderson?
No.
I don't know who that
No,
is.
no, no.
I see what you're going with. It kind of has that vibe. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But yeah,
It is
Tomorrow,
whimsical though. Yeah.
yeah, the Tomorrow War. I recommend it. I think it's good enough. I'm really nitpicking throughout this film, but I thought overall they did a good job. It was very like, oh, here they introduced a character, and then I was like halfway through, like, when are they gonna introduce that character? Oh, there they go, they did it, And then some of the plots, like climate control, this father son issues, like these little like
J.K. Simmons
subplot
was not a
things.
father. He was like beefcake.
Beefcake father.
He was not. He was so focused on himself and being a beefcake that he.
But
didn't-
they had to reconcile.
He
That
was-
was the point at the end of the movie.
because he was
don't-
like.
Guys, don't lie to people. That's not the movie at all.
Oh,
No, but
God.
there's
I can't say it.
many
Horrible.
little like subplots, and that was the one thing I was like this is weird, but it played off in a way that was like, oh, I liked it still.
See, I think they did just enough. Like, let's not obsess about his relationship with his dad. Everybody's seen this dynamic before. It's an action movie, period.
Yes.
Like, it was a very fast-paced action movie. They had just enough substance in there with the father-daughter, father-son, but they didn't obsess about it. They didn't try to make you like, you have to care for these people. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you get the fucking point. Like, this guy has a weird relationship with his dad, but
And he
it's
was like,
J.K. Simmons,
"You're never
and
gonna
he's
see my
fucking
daughter."
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
There's just little things that I wish I saw more of. I wanted more of James Robinson. What's his name? Sam Robinson. I wish there
I
was
think we
more.
still have it wrong.
Oh, is
Shit.
it not Sam?
I'm so
It's
sorry,
not Robinson.
Sam.
It's not Robinson?
Richardson.
Richardson. Sam Richardson.
We love you, Sam.
Yeah, he did a great job, and I wanted to see more of him. And there's some other characters I wanted to see more of. Like, it just, and that's like I thought it focused a little bit too much on the Chris Pratt part, and I know he's a star, but like, it is what it is, and it's still good. I just wanted to see like another little different version, or little like some extra cut scenes of it, or whatever they had. Like, let's see the director cut of this.
Yeah, I would not have, been disappointed in more JK, dude. That guy rocks my world.
Oh,
Yeah,
seriously.
I kept on wondering, like, dude, there's no way they're gonna have JK in this, and then like that was it, just a little bit in the beginning. I was like, there's no way, and that's why if it ended that way, I would have been kind of pissed off. I was like, dude, they put in so many little elements, and then they just they forgot about it. But
Yeah.
no, they did not forget about any single element. And even though I'm nitpicking about it, it's because like I wanted a little bit more of that. That's all.
Yeah.
See, for me, the biggest gripe I have of this movie is I wish I saw this in theaters, because
Same.
the sound that was
The
like
scope, like this is a blockbuster.
exactly.
You know what
It's
I
like,
did?
I needed that.
Yeah.
What I did is I take my cell phone. I watched this whole film on my phone.
You did not, dude.
Did you just
What
hold it up
the
really
fuck,
close to
dude?
your eyes?
But I had my headphones in,
Peter.
dude. And you turn up the volume all the way, and I had it really close. It's like the same thing,
First
man.
of all, you're gonna get cataracts.
Yeah, seriously.
That's fine. I'm old
There's
enough.
no way to
It's-
watch a movie,
Dude,
man.
no. I watched another time I did that. I was watching The Hills Have Eyes, the remake, and it scared the shit out of me. I got so invested in it, and I had it that close to my eyes, and it scared the shit out of me. Again, it's key thing is having the headphones in. You really have to have your headphones in, because it's all about sound. And oh man, I got scared in that, and I was like, how did I get scared by watching something on my phone? Like, it's weird, but
That's surprising.
I watched the same thing. If you just get like, and again, I guess that's more props to this film, is that I watched it on my phone. The beginning I watched it drunk.
Did you sober up halfway through?
No, I fell asleep, and then I watched it where I left off the next day, and then I had to stop again, and then I continued watching it, and still had some good fuzzy feelings about it. So go watch
Okay,
the Tomorrow War.
when you put it that way,
it's pretty
that's
impressive,
a
right?
good fucking movie.
Yeah,
'cause
it's pretty,
that gives you time to forget or dramatize shit in your head. That gives you time to think, is it really that good?
well, that's why I'm nitpicking. I had time to think about all this stuff. So
Dude, I watched like 80% of this movie, and I was like, okay, this movie's going on and on. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow.
maybe you should have done like I did it.
Yeah.
Start off drunk
Breaks.
and then
If a movie like this goes on and on for you, how do you shit through like 90% of movies? Did
Goes
I
to
say
the
shit?
bathroom, yeah.
I meant sit. I meant sit through. How do you sit through?
The problem is I lay down usually. I'm
And then he
like,
falls
in bed.
asleep, and then he has to try to rewatch it, which I don't know why you try to rewatch it. Just start off where you left off.
Because I forget like the shit I didn't watch.
Then you didn't really watch it.
Exactly, because I'm.
if you forget the shit you didn't watch, then you didn't even really remember.
I know.
Fucking
And you didn't look in the toilet before you flushed.
Peter
very
needs
true.
3 different segments of time to watch a movie. Ryan watches 80%. I'm so glad you guys are reviewing movies.
He puts in the work though. He goes back and rewatches it.
Yeah, that'll be next podcast. He'll
Hey.
finish it up.
You haven't been here for 2 weeks. I finished all those movies.
I don't believe you at all.
You're gonna listen.
All right, that's Tomorrow Wars. Or Tomorrow War, just singular. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a group review.
Yeah, which I mean, if you guys want to do more, it's fine. Or we can just be done, I guess.